Mariah here with Tobacco Free CA. We're on the streets today talking with folks about the tobacco industry. Would you say that peer pressure or the marketing from tobacco companies has a greater influence on getting youth to smoke?
I would say that nowadays it's probably peer pressure.
Probably the peer pressure. I would think peer pressure.
I think it's peer pressure. They just want to be cool and conform.
I think peer pressure does, because I think the youth are more likely to listen to their friends.
Peer pressure.
I say peer pressure. I would say marketing has more of an influence on that.
You are right. Studies have shown that the marketing still has a larger influence than even peer pressure on getting kids to smoke today.
Right. That's interesting, yeah. So that's something you could do something about, unlike peer pressure, which I think is pretty difficult to stop.
Well, it's frustrating because, it's not fair because they're youth and they're vulnerable. They live in lower income and they're just not aware of what that does to them and their bodies.
Yeah, I can see how advertising would have a lot to do with it. And it's really cunning.
They make enough money, they don't have to start hitting on kids.
Tobacco companies spend almost $1 million an hour on marketing.
Oh my.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I had no idea. I honestly had no idea.
Wow, that's a lot. And are they targeting the kids? They're targeting the kids.
They make too much money and use it unwisely.
I'm astonished. That's huge.
An hour? That's ridiculous.
Given that figure, it makes more sense that it's still having quite an impact on young people.
Well, one of the ways that we found that they've been targeting this demographic is by placing a lot of ads in retail stores that are close to schools, like within 2 blocks of schools.
Hideous.
And placing ads at the eye level of children.
They're just making money and they don't really want to know about the health consequences because they already know the health consequences. So they're just in it to make the money.
I think they're being very irresponsible.
I think that's the lowest of the low.
I think they kind of create demand in the first place by getting people addicted to cigarettes.
If they get them hooked when they're kids, and they're going to stay hooked. And just think of all the health costs that are going to pile up because of that. And we all end up paying for that.